Because
Mm.
these words are just like blocks. That is what I keep telling to all my learners in all the sessions, that your
Mm.
words are just like blocks or bricks. You should know how
Mm.
to develop walls from it. So unless and
Mm.
until you don't have bricks, how will you frame walls? If you don't
Oh.
have blocks, the tiny blocks with which children play, if they do not have blocks, how will they create something interesting out of it? So your
Mm.
words are just like blocks and bricks. So keep picking up
Mm.
as many words as possible.
Good
Hello,
evening,
how are
ma'am.
you? Good evening, how are you?
I'm doing
Looking
great. How
very
are you?
fresh and cheerful today. Yes. So let's come back to today's session. You had a great day. This reflects on your face. You're glowing with, cheerfulness and happiness today.
Thank
Yes.
you so much.
So yeah, we were on that point today. Let's start with some activities if you are ready with that.
I'm
Yes?
ready.
Yeah.
I'm
So
ready,
okay,
but
we will do one vocabulary game. Okay. I will be just telling you one theme. As you must have received in your session notes also, that today we will be talking about childhood. Okay. So just come up and tell me as many words as you can, which comes to your mind when you hear the word children or childhood. So what
games,
See,
sweet.
I'll tell you one thing that everybody's brain has a canvas or a screen inside. Okay. The moment you hear a word, your brain starts popping up images, informations, and certain ideas for that particular word. Like if I say the word dinosaur, okay, you just close your eyes and your brain will show you one picture of dinosaur inside. Yeah. Did you see it just now? Yes. So it could
Sure.
be an animated dinosaur or it could be a real dinosaur. Everybody's images are different. And this
Mm.
really depends on the prior knowledge that they have. Like in
Mm.
psychology, also, if we talk about psychology, these are called schemas. Okay. So schemas
Mm.
are the prior knowledge that are there inside everybody's brain. So if you have
Mm.
heard that tabula rasa, what is tabula rasa? It's in Greek that everybody's brain, nobody's brain is like a blank slate. Everybody's brain has something or the other to speak or to share about a particular thing.
Mm.
Nobody's blank for anything. Even if you talk about any particular thing to a child or to an adult people, older age people, they will also
Mm.
come up with lots of things. So to
Mm.
become a good speaker, you just have to activate your schemas so that your brain has enough content and information to provide on that matter, right?
Mm.
So a human brain is the most developed AI system in the world. It picks
Mm.
up everything. Neurons work so fast in just blink of eye, fractions of second, that we already have so much to share. But it is
Mm.
just that we do not know how to activate our schemas more so that they function better. So for this
Mm.
only, there are multiple activities which can be done so that thinking power of a person can be fastened, accelerated, and at the
Mm.
same time enhanced. So this activity is one of them. As a teacher also, if you want to adopt this, you can always try making thematic maps
Mm.
before teaching a concept. Like which
Okay.
subject do you teach? Biology. Okay, that's lovely. So even in that also, you can start any topic with a thematic introduction. Just
Mm.
write one thing in the center. Like
Mm.
suppose if you're talking about flowering plants and non-flowering plants, or you're talking
Mm.
about bisexual plants, or if you want
Mm.
to talk about parts of a flower. So you can just write the word flower in center, and then you can
Mm.
ask your students to come up with as many things as they can related to that
Mm.
particular word. And you will not
Mm.
believe children are such wonderful reciprocators of our words.
Mm.
So they will tell you multiple wonderful things, and you can just make a bubble map, or I call it theme map around. Then you
Mm.
can drive your concept from their knowledge. So bringing children from what they know to what we want them to know is a beautiful journey. We should
Mm.
not start abruptly in between, that this is something we'll be doing today. So why to start
Mm.
abruptly? Start a road, develop a road which they are already walking on. So this is a transition which happens very smoothly. So for the
Mm.
theme also, like, let's come back to our own theme, childhood. What comes to your mind when you hear the word childhood?
I'm not getting a word, but I can say cherish the word, which I can say you. I cherish the memories of my childhood,
Yeah.
and
So you came up with two words, cherish and memories. That's lovely. Yeah. Please keep sharing. Yeah. Sorry for interruption. Hmm.
so no problem. So at that time, mostly we were so free, and we don't have
Free.
any tension,
Hmm.
and we play a lot of games. We have so many
Yes.
friends. Everybody was friend. There was no enemy. Even we fight, and then we just forgot
Yeah.
at that time.
So, you know
And
what? You just shared multiple phrases with me, right? And in those phrases, if we can recollect one center word, because you know, this vocabulary game, we will not be discussing phrases. We will be just
mm,
coming with single words. So
words.
you said free. Abstract noun
Mm,
for free is going to be freedom. So there is a lot of freedom in childhood, right?
mm,
No enemies, only friends. So we can
mm,
say that children are very compassionate. Childhood is all about compassion. It is all about kindness. It is all about, you
no.
know, what is that word called? Companionship, that you have lots of
Mm,
companions as a child, right?
mm,
So that was
mm,
another word. Third thing that you said, we play games. So
mm,
games could be related to leisure. So there is
mm,
leisure, there is fun, there are games, there are multiple
mm,
things we do for enjoyment. Now, what
mm,
else? Are you getting the point that you know I'm trying to drive you on? That I want you to pick up multiple words
mm,
from for this
mm,
particular thing, because you
mm,
know these words are just like blocks. That is what I keep telling to all my learners in all the sessions, that your
mm,
words are just like blocks or bricks. You should know
mm,
how to develop walls from it. So unless and
mm,
until you don't have bricks, how will you frame walls? If you don't
no.
have blocks, you know, the tiny blocks with which children play, if they do not have blocks, how will they create something interesting out of it? So your
Mm,
words are just like blocks and bricks. So keep picking up
mm,
as many words as possible. Yeah,
mm,
so let's come back. You just shared around 5 to 6 words. That was freedom, that was leisure, companionship, games, excitement.
mm,
What else? You
mm.
know, this is endless. We can talk about it for hours and hours.
Nostalgia, nostalgia of that time.
Nostalgic. Yes, we feel nostalgic when we think about our childhood. We start feeling
Mm.
nostalgic. Very good. It's an amazing word. What else?
Cherish,
Cherish.
memories,
Memories. Yeah.
games. There are almost 7 words.
Yes. Now let me
Mm,
drive your schemas into particular zones. Okay. So wherever we have to pick up words for a session or a theme, we should divide it into little chunks. You understand?
mm,
So one chunk for childhood could be emotions and feeling. How do children feel? Now let's target that. How
mm.
do they feel? Tell me.
Children free, you also mentioned, very compassionate and very
Yes.
loving, very
Yes.
free uh, on their own, and they don't have any kind of pressure.
No
Uh,
pressure, no tension, freedom.
they just enjoy the moment in which we adults actually miss.
Yes. So they know how to live their lives to the fullest. There is
Hmm.
enjoyment, there is excitement. What else? So
Okay.
it's like, do you think children are caring?
Hmm. They
Caring,
are they
loving,
are loving.
affectionate? You know, we will work on synonyms. In this particular
Hmm.
exercise, we will be working on synonyms. Okay.
Synonyms.
So what
Okay.
could be the synonym for loving?
Hmm.
Affectionate?
Affectionate,
Yeah. What
caring,
is caring, loving, affectionate,
compassionate, kind.
compassionate, kindness?
Hmm.
Think, how do they feel? They feel good. They feel lively.
Lively.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They have
They have so much
innocence,
energy, innocence. They have so much energy.
energy. They are energetic. Yeah.
Hmm. Right.
So
Energetic.
instead of saying they have so much energy, we can say they are energetic. Energetic could be the keyword. So we are trying to pick up
Hmm.
the keywords from all the phrases that we are trying to frame. Okay. Because you know, your phrases will restrict you to one particular idea, but your keyword
Hmm.
is going to make you free to use it in multiple ways.
Multiple
Okay,
ways.
like they are energetic, like they have
Hmm.
energy. Okay, instead of
Hmm.
this phrase we can say energetic. So we can say
Energy
children are energetic at all points of time.
at
they
all.
they are energetic even when adults feel they are drained out. They're not
Hmm.
exhausted easily.
Hmm.
Yeah.
They
What?
are so
Okay.
energetic. They can play for the whole day.
Yeah,
They are
they can
energetic.
play for the whole day. They're
Hmm.
enthusiastic. Okay.
Enthusiastic.
Now, yeah. Now let's come up to, you know, this zone, that how are children finding their routines? Do you think it's hectic for them?
Uh, Routines are because it's all about how you are doing the parenting. Sometimes
Yeah.
they love it. If they are
Hmm.
you have made a kind of routine, then kids enjoy it. Not hectic.
Yes.
They just they have fun in doing everything. They brush with
Yes.
all
They're fun
kind of
loving. The keyword could be fun loving.
fun loving.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think they are adventurous?
They are so adventurous, really.
Yes,
Mm.
they are adventurous. Do you think they're explorers?
Yes, they are
They
explorers.
explore,
Wow.
yeah, they love to
Mm.
explore everything on their own. Okay.
Everything. They question everything. Mm.
They question everything. So question everything, there is a word for it. It starts with letter C.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're very inquisitive, curious. Yeah.
Curious and inquisitive. Excellent. I must appreciate your hold on vocabulary. See, I am activating your schemas. I'm not giving you answers. It's you who is answering me, but I'm giving you domains to work on. Okay. So instead of giving a car key to somebody and asking that person to drive, it is a different thing. But sitting beside that person and guiding him here and there, then that person will be a wonderful driver. You understand? So I'm just sitting beside you. You are driving you are driving everything. So they are inquisitive, they're curious, they're explorers, they're adventurers. What else? Yeah. Think.
They
Now,
learn. They are good learners.
good learners. Excellent. They're
Mm.
good learners. They pick up things very fast.
Very
Yes.
fast. Mm.
Yeah. Now
Because
let's come to
their minds are like plain slate. Their minds
yes.
are like plain slate, so you can write anything, whatever you want. So
Yeah.
if you can give the moral values even at that time.
Yeah. Anything. We can shape their personalities. Yes.
You
Their
can cultivate.
personality traits. Yes. So
Nurture.
that is something. What else? Now let's come to this domain that do you think children are safe or are they weak? Are they tender? So what other synonyms can we use for
Mm.
this?
They're very tender. They're very delicate.
Delicate, tender. So what kind of
Yeah,
atmosphere do they need?
they need positive environment and
Positive environment,
caring atmosphere,
caring
and
atmosphere.
and it is important if they are playing, there should be some grown up to with
Yeah.
them.
They need
Mm.
monitoring. Yes, they need
Monitoring, yeah.
monitoring.
They
Okay,
need
so
monitoring.
just to summarize all this, there is one word, they need safety, right?
They need safety, security.
Security and
Security.
safety. Why? Because they are dash. It starts with letter V. Yeah,
Vulnerable.
they are
Vulnerable. All.
vulnerable. They are
Mm.
vulnerable to all kinds of what is that called? Yes, exploitments. They can be exploited in
Exploitation.
multiple ways. They are vulnerable, they
Mm.
can be exploited. They can be exploited physically, they can be exploited emotionally, mentally, sexually, right? So they need
Right.
protection, they need care, they need safety, they need security. See, these are all synonyms. Did you
No.
see? We are
Mm.
working on so many synonyms on one go. So they
Mm.
need so much, they need love, the most
Mm.
important. They are like tender
Mm.
flowers, we can compare. You know, now let's work on a poetic level. Okay. Let's see that the best way to write or create poetry is to
Mm.
be derived or inspired by nature because
Mm.
nature has multiple wonderful things that can inspire us. Okay.
Mm.
If I talk
Mm.
about sun, what could be the describing words you can use for sun?
Sun.
Yeah.
Is the only source of energy, ultimate source of energy. It's like
Yes, you're
I'm
right.
not biology here.
It's the star of our solar system. But
Uh,
if you talk about adjectives, the words with
uh,
which you can describe the
mm,
glory of sun, it is bright, it is powerful.
right, powerful.
Yes,
Mm, mm,
it is like the one which drives everything around, the most prominent
mm,
part. Yeah.
mm.
So it has
That brings
strength.
life. That brings
Yes.
life. All the
Yeah.
going on. Mm,
So sun could be symbolized for
mm,
strength, for power, for
power, strength.
importance, for
Mm,
brightness, for
mm,
intelligence. Yeah.
mm,
So you
mm,
can say that in a poetic fashion or manner, you can say that his
mm.
sun is as bright as sun. You
As well.
understand? This
Mm,
boy is as bright as sun.
mm,
Yeah. Or this doesn't mean that this boy is glowing like sun, he has power and he has fire inside him. It is just that we are
mm.
symbolizing sun here with intelligence, with power, with
I
strength.
have a quote I would like to recite that for the
Yeah,
sun.
please do that.
Um, if you want to shine like sun, then you have to burn like a sun. Burn like
Burn
sun.
like sun. Yes.
Mm,
So this means to achieve success, you have to work hard, right?
work hard.
Now,
Mm,
yeah. Now let's come to flowers. What
mm.
exactly words can you use to describe flowers?
They are very vibrant, colorful, beautiful. Um, blooming,
blooming,
fragrance,
fragrance, excellent,
essence.
essence.
Maybe.
So now let's work on these keywords, If you
Hmm.
have to describe a human with the
Hmm.
qualities of a flower, symbolizing as a flower, so
Hmm.
what it could be?
Vibrant. The,
Vibrant.
the
Okay.
light is
Flowers
light
and
is
the
very
petals are
colorful.
very delicate, right?
Delicate.
They're
Yeah.
fragile. They're
Hmm.
fragile. So you can say
The
this little girl is as fragile as a flower.
flower. Wow.
Yeah. So my daughter is
Mm.
the blooming flower of my family.
Wow.
So this doesn't mean she's
You are
really a
going,
flower.
you're going to make me a poet now. I'm going to write.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we are not creating poetry. We are just
Mm.
trying to make our
Trying.
conversation look
Mm.
impressive. So
How
suppose
we
if you,
can
yeah,
connect the similarities.
yes, similarities. Did you see? Now the best way to make you sound poetic is to derive things from nature.
Mm.
Like mountains can be used for strength, for determination, for
Determination.
dedication, for power, right? That they
Wow.
stand still in all tough situations of life. So
Wow.
you can say
Still.
this man's determination is as
Mm.
strong as a mountain.
As mountain. Wow. That's still is also very good, I can say, with the
Yes.
mountain. Still as a
So,
mountain.
we are connecting this person's determination that, in spite of all hardships in life, in spite of all losses
Mm.
that he has encountered, he's still determined and focused on his goal. So,
Oh.
for this, we can just connect it with a mountain. So,
Mm.
as this way we are using, as strong as a mountain. So, this is a
That's,
simile. You
mm.
understand?
As
Metaphors and
powerful
similes.
as
Yeah.
delicate as flower.
Yes. So, when we come,
Can
when we,
say as fresh as flower, as fresh as river
yes.
water.
Yeah, today you
Mm.
look as vibrant as a flower. I can say that. So if you want to compliment somebody, you can compliment this way.
Something like
So
this.
instead of saying you're looking beautiful, we can say today you look as vibrant as a flower. Your
Flower.
happiness
Mm.
is blooming like a flower. Okay. Or
Wow.
you can say that you have created an ambience which is as colorful as a rainbow.
Wow.
So did you
Mm.
see if somebody's presence has made you really happy, you can
Very
say that
happy.
your presence has made my life as colorful as a rainbow. We can always
Wow.
tell this to our husband. He will be awestruck that what is my wife talking about. So did you see that these kind of things, yeah,
Mm.
raindrops can be compared to something that they are very naughty, yeah, they just
Mm.
fall here and there, they spread around. So this can be compared
Mm.
to children, right? Like the
Mm.
students in my class are just like drop of rains.
Wow.
So,
Mm.
this way you will sound better, you will sound impressive. It is not that
Mm.
we are creating big stanzas of poem, but we are
Mm.
just utilizing certain poetic devices into our everyday conversation. So, this is
Wow.
going to enlighten your way of speaking, and people
Mm.
will like listening to you more and more. So, these
Yeah.
ways it could be enhanced. Just keep thinking in your mind whenever you're free. Imagine a cloud. A
Mm.
cloud has no shape, it has no fixed structure, it is
Mm.
always moving here and there in sky. So, what
Mm.
attributes and qualities can be related to a cloud? So, you can say, my kids are just as free as clouds.
And
Each,
sometimes we can say these this street boy is like a flying cloud because they
yes,
just have a chance to they just wander here and there. They
yeah, they
don't have
just
any
wander
fixed
here and there
plan.
like a free bird.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
we can compare people to birds. He is
Birds.
he is a free bird. He keeps exploring different places in his life. Okay.
Mm.
So this way, somebody can be compared to a butterfly. If there is a
Mm.
little girl or there is one daughter in your family who is just like
Mm.
so cheerful that wherever she goes, she makes people happy. So you can say
Mm.
that this little girl is a butterfly of my life. Whenever
Mm.
she grows, flowers starts
Mm.
blooming there, right? So
Mm.
these ways you can talk with inspiration to nature. And whatever
Mm.
we discuss today is just similes. These are called
Mm.
similes, wherein we
Similes.
compare one living object to a non-living object. And we
Mm.
draw comparison in between to
Mm.
reflect on our own. So these
Mm.
things can be used. Keep exploring in your mind whenever you're free. Whenever you feel that there is something so good in nature, just try and
Mm.
absorb certain qualities out of it. And you will be
Mm.
able to connect with everyday's life. Yeah.
Mm.